Hello, children. Welcome back. Let us continue with our EVS lesson, the interrelationships between living things. But before we continue, let us have a quick recap of what we learned in the first part of the lesson. Basic necessities of our life are food, air, water, clothes, and shelter. The needs of different living things are different. Living things are found in areas where all their needs are fulfilled. We should love and take care of animals. Animals and plants are interdependent on each other. Human beings satisfy their needs with the help of animals and plants. Just as we need animals, we need plants too. Now let us see the uses of plants. Plants give us food grains, vegetables, fruits, and flowers. We also get cotton wool from plants to make cotton clothes. Now we all grow plants in our house or in our surroundings, and we all know how to grow a plant. We sow the seeds, pour water, then we put manure if necessary. And if these plants are attacked by insects, then we also spray pesticides. Plants satisfy our needs as they too give us abundantly. Now, other living things also get their food from the environment. For example, chameleons eat insects, snakes eat mice and frogs, tigers eat deer, goats and sheep eat leaves of plants, and cattle eats grass. Now look at these two pictures. There is something common in them. Can you guess? Yes, they both live on trees. Now the animals that live in trees are called arboreal animals. For example, animals like the monkeys, squirrels, bees, etc. Now the word arboreal comes from the Latin word arbor, which means tree. In simple words, arboreal means living in trees. So these arboreal animals love to make their shelter on trees, and so they also have certain advantages. It helps them to defend themselves from their enemies as they live on tall trees. They can also eat the fruits of the trees to satisfy their hunger. These animals help new trees to grow in different places. Now let us see how they do this. They move around here and there in the surroundings. They eat the fruits and they spread these seeds through their droppings. Because of this, new trees grow in different places. And so, unknowingly, this is how they help trees. Even birds find trees useful for building their nests and to feed and look after their young ones. An egret rides on a buffalo's back. Many of you must have seen when we had been to Keshav Srushti. But do you know what could be the reason for that? Now the grass is full of different kinds of insects. And these egrets feed on these insects. But because they are hidden in the grass, the egret cannot see and catch them. Now, as the buffalo walks on this grass, these insects all fly out as they get frightened. Now, the egret, sitting on the buffalo's back, immediately flies down to catch them and eat them. Seasonal changes in living things. Children, you all love different seasons, and you know which are the three seasons: the summer, the rainy, and the winter season. Now let us learn more about each season. The summer season. During this season, the weather is very hot, so we tend to drink plenty of water. We also like to have cold drinks, juices, and ice creams. Cotton clothes are mostly worn by people. The rainy season. During this season, it rains heavily, and so we use colorful umbrellas, and especially children. They love wearing their fancy raincoats with hood. And the last is the winter season. During this season, as the weather is cold, we wear woolen and warm clothes. We also prefer having hot food. Now, just as the three seasons affect us, they affect all other living things too. We see these changes taking place in the living world every year. Now, we will see how the environment appears during different seasons. Now, let us see the changes happening in the winter season. In Maharashtra, winter season is also known as Pangal. Pangal is a Marathi word which means the falling of leaves. During this season, many trees shed their leaves. In this season, the coats, that is, the hair of furry animals, becomes more thicker so as to keep them warm. Such growth of hair is seen in sheep, rabbits, and some types of goat. Now we come to know that the winter season is ending by just looking at the mango trees. The mango tree starts blossoming at that time. The word blossoming means that it starts producing flowers. These blossoms are known as mohur in Marathi. By the end of February, it starts becoming warmer, and by March, we begin to feel the heat. And here begins the summer season. In this season, many trees get new leaves. The trees in the forest looks like a copper color as the leaves are reddish and shiny when it is tender. The leaves then slowly turns green in color as it grows bigger. At this time, the call of the bird koel is also heard at many places. Mostly, many people like this season because this is the season when mangoes are available in the market. Although mango trees grow all over Maharashtra, the Konkan region is famous for its mangoes and also for the red-yellow cashew apples which are grown mainly on the hillsides. Even watermelons are available during this season. Then suddenly, in the month of June, the black dark clouds make their appearance. Yes, it's the coming of the rainy season. Now, jackfruits, jamuns, and karvandas are available during this season. During this season, you will see greenery everywhere. This happens because before the rains, the seeds of grass and other plants lie scattered all over the ground. As soon as the rains begin, these seeds start sprouting. This greenery is soothing after the hot summer. Sometimes we also get to see the beautiful rainbow in the sky. This is the time you also hear the loud noise of frogs croaking all together. As the rainy season ends, it's again time for the winter season. The weather changes and it starts getting colder. This is not good for the frogs, so they go deep under the ground for 7 to 8 months, which is a period of slumber, which means to go into deep sleep. Human beings depend upon agriculture for food. The different seasons are the time for doing different tasks in the fields. So, this lesson teaches us that the environment changes with the seasons and all living things have to adapt themselves to those changes. Fill in the blanks. After rainy season, winter comes again. We keep animals because they meet some of our needs. We spray pesticides to prevent insects from attacking plants. Winter is also known as the season of Pangal. Answer the following. How are plants useful to us? Plants are useful to us as they provide us with food grains, vegetables, fruits, and flowers. What is meant by arboreal animals? Arboreal means living in trees. Arboreal animals are those animals that live in trees and feed on the fruits and insects found in them to satisfy their hunger. What changes do we see in trees at the beginning of March? In the month of March, we see many trees getting new leaves. In the forest, leaves change their color from reddish to green as they grow bigger in size.